625 CE, the foot of Mount Uhud, just outside the city of Medina. The wind was dry, the ground hard with silence. A year after the miraculous victory at Badr, the Muslims stood once more, preparing for battle. But this time, the lesson would be different. This time, it would be written in blood. The Meccans had not forgotten Badr. Their pride shattered, their warriors defeated, their leaders killed. Abu Sufyan, now leader of the Quraysh, vowed revenge. He gathered a massive army of 3,000 men, 200 cavalry, 700 armored soldiers, and an overwhelming show of force. Their destination? Medina. Their purpose? Crush Islam before it could rise again. When the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, learned of this, he consulted his companions. Should they defend from within Medina, or meet the Quraysh outside? The youth, eager for glory, pushed for open battle. The decision was made. They would face the enemy at Mount Uhud. The Muslim force numbered only 700, including many from the previous year's victory at Badr. The Prophet positioned his men with precision, Mount Uhud behind them, the valley in front, and a critical hill pass to the left. 50 archers were placed on that hill. Their commander, Abdullah ibn Jubair. The Prophet gave clear orders. Do not leave your position, no matter what happens. Even if you see birds eating our flesh, do not leave that hill. It was not just a battle, it was a test. The Quraysh attacked. The battlefield roared to life. Swords clashed. Spears pierced the air. Dust turned red. The Muslims, though fewer, fought with determination. Hamza ibn Abdul-Muttalib, the Lion of Allah, tore through enemy lines. Ali, Zubair, Talha, heroes in every direction. And soon, the Quraysh began to retreat. The Muslims celebrated. Victory felt near. But then, it happened. The archers, seeing the enemy flee, believed the battle was over. Despite their commander's protests, most left their post to join in collecting the spoils. Only a handful stayed behind. That's when Khalid ibn al-Walid, still a non-Muslim at the time, saw the opening. With his cavalry, he circled behind and charged through the unguarded hill pass. It was sudden, devastating. The Muslims were struck from behind. The battlefield turned to chaos. Hamza was killed. Musab ibn Umair, the standard-bearer, was cut down. Even the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was wounded. A rumor spread. He had been killed. Some dropped their weapons, others fled. A few stood firm. Amid the confusion, a small band of companions gathered around the Prophet. Talha, Ali, Abu Dujana, and Mara fought fiercely to protect him. The Prophet's face was injured, his tooth broken. But he survived. Eventually, the Quraysh pulled back. They believed the Muslims were broken. They didn't pursue, because even in defeat, the Muslims still stood. 70 Muslims had died, but it was not a loss. It was a lesson. The Battle of Uhud taught the Muslim community about discipline, obedience, and humility. Victory comes not from numbers, but from faith, unity, and trust in leadership. The Prophet, peace be upon him, mourned his companions. He stood beside the fallen and prayed, and he taught his followers something far more powerful than revenge: patience, reflection, and resilience, because even in hardship, Islam would rise again.